Hey folks, Jim Thomas here with your fitness management update. And our topic today is gym positioning and the member experience. One of the things we want to be constantly aware of is differentiation in our marketplace, and how are we going about providing differentiation. And I want to give you some things to think about here, that questions you can ask yourself, and questions, even if you have to, you can ask your members to see how they're responding to this, to see how good a job are you doing of positioning, of member experience, and in true differentiation. And so the first thing we have here for you is identify what makes your gym unique. What are you doing that's so different than what everybody else is providing in the marketplace? This kind of differentiation, it will allow for higher price points. It'll widen your reach from whenever you're able to pull. Instead of maybe a 3 mile radius, you can go even deeper than that. So identify what truly makes you unique. And what you want to stay away from here is things that everybody's going to say kind of no matter what. Oh, we're the friendliest. We give the best service. We're the cleanest. I think most folks are going to say that. Be able to quantify this, what truly makes you unique. And think about major brand names, not just in the fitness industry, but overall, and say, hey, when you think of these folks, what truly makes them unique? Next on our list is, have you asked your favorite members what they like most about your gym? Go out and talk to your favorite members, your most long-term members, and even new members. What do they like best about it? A lot of times when you start asking these kind of questions, you'll start getting answers to things that you hadn't even thought about before, that maybe other people have considered, and it is a reason that people will come to your facility. Next, when you look at this, what is it you want other people to say about your gym? If they were to write a review, what do you want them to say? And the question I would pose here on top of that is, does our behavior, does the way we operate our gym, does it match with what we want other people to say about us? Okay, so what do you want others to say about your gym? What do you do better than anybody else in your market? What do you do better than anybody else? And I would really think about this in terms of, you got a lot of fitness apps that serve your area. You've got a lot of home gyms that serve your area. There's a lot of online content that can serve your area. There's a lot of brick and mortar facilities out there. What do you do better than everybody else? What is the answer to that? Because the more you can start to identify these things, this is going to really help position you for long-term success. And here's the big question. Why should prospects choose your gym over all other options? Over all these options that I just talked about, why should a customer choose you? Sit down and really define this. Have some really good huddle-up meetings on this to really get an understanding of why should a customer choose you. And how can we quantify this? Again, not just saying we're the cleanest, we're the friendliest, okay? How can we quantify this? Why should a customer choose you? If you're in a membership sale right now and the customer look you square in the eye and say, well, hey, a lot of options out here, a lot of things that I can do, why should I choose you? What's the answer to that question? Think about that, and that thing can change a little bit, but I would include this in regular plan of action planning that I'm doing, in your business planning. Look at this at least once a year. Why should customers choose you? And particularly right now, in an era of a lot of change and a lot of things happening, why should a customer choose you? Okay, really define it, and then of course we want to take all these things, and this is how we're going to help promote the business. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the member experience inside your gym. When I get to talking about member experience, I always first think of Starbucks usually. Is you've got a company there that serves a product that's been around virtually since the beginning of time, and what they're charging, $5 a cup, for that. And your average customer, the average customer goes 20 times in the course of a month. And so it's a product that's been around forever. You can get it virtually for free at home. They're paying $5 or better, for a cup of coffee. Why? Well, it's the experience that they get. and what's the experience that your customer gets? What is the experience? Sit and think about it. It's not just a fitness element, it's an experience. And so, are you sending out a new member welcome letter? Okay, and it's not just a welcome letter from you, the owner, but it's really outlining what I would call next steps on, hey, here's what's going to happen in your journey as a member. But it's also setting the stage for future follow-ups, future interactions, to make sure that our retention stays strong and our communication with our customer stays strong, even to the point that we over communicate with our customer. Do you celebrate member birthdays? A lot of folks will do this when the customer comes in, but I'm talking about celebrating everyone's birthday. And again, there's a lot of clubs out there is they won't do some of this because they're leery, they're mindful, they don't want to contact all their customers because they feel they might remind them that they're still a member and now they might want to cancel. And we want to get out of this trap, okay, as soon as we can. Now I realize that's an issue for a lot of folks, but we want to start removing ourselves from that. And if you're new enough, let's don't get ourselves into that particular situation. And so not only celebrate the birthday, have a free gift, okay, for them. Also celebrate member anniversary dates. This is one that's not done near often enough. But if they've been a member with you for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years, whatever it is, acknowledge it, celebrate it, have a gift for them. These are things that can start to create that member experience. Follow up with your members. If they're not showing up, follow up with them. A lot of folks, the ones that are good at sales, we'll follow up all the time with a person that no shows or doesn't come in, but also follow up with your members. For example, what we like to see happen is every morning when your morning person comes in, whenever that is pull a member usage report. And depending on your gym, some of this data can be a little bit different, but every morning when they come in, pull a member usage report. And what we're looking for the most part, is folks that have used our gym 4 times or less the previous 3 days. And so we're constantly following up on people that I would call members who are at risk so they don't eventually want to cancel, but we're doing it from a customer service standpoint, what I like to call kind of a club concierge standpoint. But we're going to follow up, not just to get you in to get you to join, but we're going to follow up to get you to come back in to make sure you're using the gym on a regular basis and to create that kind of experience where you can do so. Okay? And then do we have an ongoing member, what I would call nurturing program? Are we nurturing all of our members every month? Are there touch points every month? Do we have a new member nurturing program? For example, we know from the data that our new members that work out 20 times, first 60 days, they're going to stay with us much longer. And so get all these strategies together because we're trying to position our club as unique and different, and we're trying to create an experience that they can't get anywhere else. This will really separate you from the marketplace in many ways. It eliminates competition if we do this right and really allows you to dominate a marketplace. Now, if you guys have comments on this, if you tried some of this, I'd love to hear your comments below, things that are working for you, maybe things that are not. Have you tried some of these? Love to hear what you're doing and how it's working for you. If you need help, hey, I'm offering a free complimentary, no charge, 45-minute strategy session. You can click the link below. Happy to do that for you. And also, if you enjoy the content that we bring to you, if you enjoy the information, consider subscribing to the channel. If you really like it, consider sharing it with folks that you think could use it. Right now, my biggest mission is I want to expand my audience as much as I can to help as many people as I can get through some very difficult times in the fitness industry. Again, my name is Jim Thomas. Appreciate you being here today. Hope you have a great day.